So many a times we hear about this word or this expression, used to. And the word or expression used to, remember, is always past. We don't have used to in present. We don't have used to for the future. So used to is only for past. So when the expression used to is used, it normally reflects, it looks back. It looks back to those things that you did those days, but of course, not now. There are things, of course, that Mahmoud, there are things that Amina, there are things, of course, that Abdullah, there are things, of course, that Sagal did those days when she was 10 years old, when you were 5 years old, when you were 15 years old. You did those things. I'm sure someone like Mohammed played football a lot in Hadado there. And also Sagal, for example, played a lot of games the girls play when she was in Ale, those places. And also Abdallah also must have played a lot of football in kilometer 2 there. But of course, he doesn't do that nowadays. I know Amina used to have a doll also, the dolly for the children. But do you still have a dolly now? No, of course you don't have. So those things that you did those days in the past, but you don't do them nowadays. We use the expression used to. Maybe one of you used to smoke, but then you stopped in 2015. Maybe Amina used to do business when she was in Djibouti. Nowadays, she does not do business. Nowadays, maybe she's a lecturer. So when I ask you, how is your business? You say, no, I stopped. Yeah, I used to do it. I used to work. I used to do that. I used to do that. Yes. Sagal, for example, maybe used to work with the WHO. Nowadays, she moved to another place. Okay. So if you hear her talking about WHO and you ask, oh, how is WHO? She said, no. I nowadays work in the president's office. Yeah, but I used to work there. Yeah, I used to be there. I used to do that. I used to travel. I used to. So used to actually looks at those things that happened in the past. These are things that happened all the time, regularly in the past. But nowadays, you don't do those things. You don't do them anymore. I used to smoke, meaning you left smoking. I used to live there, meaning you don't live there. I used to write books, meaning you don't write books anymore. I used to watch movies, meaning nowadays you don't watch movies. But remember, class, that is only one meaning, one part of used to. Another meaning of used to are not necessarily things that happened those days but don't happen now. It could be things that were there but are not here anymore. Like I'm sure someone like Amina has been away from your country, for example, for 6 months. When she was in a country, for example, Tanzania, there used to be a big restaurant near Dar es Salaam where she stayed. But today, if she goes back there, she'll be surprised. She'll tell people, where is the restaurant that used to be here? There used to be a restaurant here. There used to be means that time, yes, but not now. Things have changed. There used to be a shop in that corner. And they tell you, no, they removed that shop. Nowadays, it's a school. Okay. There used to be a theater here or a cinema in this place. And nowadays there's a shop. Okay. There used to be a house in that place. There used to be a tree there, but that tree is not there anymore. So used to can be activities or can be things that were there but are not there anymore. If you go abroad 10 years and you come back after 10 years, when you go back, you'll be surprised. You'll tell people, where is that cinema that used to be here? There used to be a shop here. There used to be a house there. They'll tell you, oh, those ones were removed. Now there are big government buildings there. Okay. Dubai used to be a small village. It used to be an old village. It used to be, there used to be no roads, there used to be no what, but nowadays things have changed. So I hope you're with me and I hope you understand the word used to. So used to can be used to show things that were there before but are not there now, or can be used for those things that you did that time, but you don't do them now. You stopped. So look at this example here. Study this example situation. Study the example here. A few years ago, look at this lady. Nicola doesn't travel much these days. She prefers to stay at home. Oh yeah, she prefers to stay at home. Look, she's at home these days. But she used to travel a lot, you see. She used to go away 2 or 3 times a year. So when you say she used to travel a lot, means she traveled often in the past, but she doesn't do this anymore. So when I say she used to travel, it is those days in the past. What about now? No, now things have changed. She doesn't travel. So very important now. Look at this B. When you say used to do something means I, Aniga, did it often in the past, but not anymore. Example, I used to play tennis a lot, but I don't play very much now. David used to spend a lot of money on clothes. These days, he can't afford it. Do you go to the cinema much? Not now, but I used to. You see that? So I used to tells us of those things that you did that time, but of course now you don't. Things have changed. Things have what? Things have changed. Things have changed. So the word or the expression used to is used to look back at those things that happened regularly that time. But of course, nowadays, no, things have changed. That is one meaning. And I put number 1. Number 2 is here. We also use used to for things that were true. They were true that time, but are not true anymore. You see, this building is now a furniture shop. Oh yes, I can see it's a furniture shop. Ah, it used to be a cinema. Oh, it used to be. When I say it used to be, meaning that time, but now not nowadays. You see, things have changed. They were true that time, but now not true. I used to think Mark was unfriendly, you see, that time. But now I realize he's a very nice person. I realize he's a very nice person. Yeah. I have started drinking coffee recently. I have started drinking coffee recently. Yeah? I never used to like it before. I never used to. You see, there's a change, isn't it? So we normally used to show a change in situation, the past and the present. Lisa used to have very long hair when she was a child. What about nowadays? Huh? She had the hair cut off. Now she does not have very long hair, but she used to have very long hair. But nowadays I just so does not need the hair. Now, this one is a warning, and I told you before we started that when I say I used to do something, it is actually past tense. I used to do something is what? It's past tense. It's past tense. It's past tense. There is no present. So don't say, I used to cook now. When someone calls you, hello, you say, hi. Yes, I used to cook now. Yes. Wrong, of course. Say, I'm cooking. Okay. I'm cooking now. So I used to do something means there is no present. You cannot say, I used to, and you remove D. No. To talk about the present. You want to talk about the present, we use the present simple like I do. I cook, I read, I do that. I stay, I teach, I work, I do that. Yeah. But things that happened those days, we say I used to. Example, past tense. Look at the past. He used to play. Those days, but not now. What about now? He plays, if you want. We used to live maybe in Khartoum, meaning you moved from there. What about now? We live in Kampala. There used to be a shop in Slee, a big one, but they built a big road. What about now? There's a big city called Mahawalaya, Hawaii. Yes, there's a big city. There's a big shop now there. But there used to be a big one there in the corner. Oh yeah, the government removed that building. They demolished. But nowadays there's a new one. There's a new one there. We used to live in a small village, but now we live in a city. You see, we live present. We used to live, meaning that time, but now of course we moved. There used to be 4 cinemas in the town. Wow. There used to be 4 cinemas in the town. Now there is only one. There is only one. Yes, but there used to be. Now, like I told you, if you want to ask questions, anything you learn in English, any tense you learn in English, you need to know how to give the positive sentence, the negative, and the question. Now, the question. If I want to ask you about your past, so the normal question form is did you use now? Remember, when you use the word did, don't put another used. Don't say, did you used? No, don't put the, because you already have a did here. So simply use the, did you used to eat a lot of sweets when you were a child? When you were a child? So if you hear someone saying, I have a toothache and I have pulled out 15 teeth, I'm not remaining with 10. Someone will say, sorry. Did you used to eat sweets when you were young? Mahmoud, when you were in Arkesa, did you used to swim? Did you used to catch fish? Did you used to, I want to know things that you did that time. Of course, you don't do them now. Nowadays, you are only with TikTok. But I want to know that time when you were a bit 20 years, when you were 15 years. Sagal, I know Sagal doesn't travel nowadays a lot. But let me ask whether she used to travel. Sagal, did you used to travel when you were young? Did you used to visit places? Did you used to sing? Did you used to write books? Did you used to read? Yeah. So if I want to know about things that you did that time, of course, maybe you don't do them now, but I want to know whether you did those things in the past. The negative, of course, is didn't. And then, of course, the same used to. So, Mohammed, did you used to fight when you were young? Mohammed would say, no. I didn't used to fight. Yes, I used to be a gentleman. I didn't used to fight. Or you can say I used not to fight. They're the same. I used not to fight when I was young. In fact, I used to play football with friends and we actually never used to fight. Yeah. Actually, I didn't used to fight. We used to be good friends with my neighbors. So we used not to fight. We used not to fight. We didn't used to fight. They're the same. I didn't used to like him, or I used not to like him. Yeah, so those are the things you can still say like that. So I hope you're okay now. Again, we have discussed the meaning of the word or the expression used to, and we have said used to are for things that happened those days. But of course, these things don't happen now. So I used to smoke, I used to run, I used to visit places, I used to read, I used to do that when I was in Somalia. What about nowadays? No, I stopped. So it tells us things that happened those days, but not now. And then another meaning I told you is that when I say used to something, something used to be there, meaning it was there, but not now. Like a restaurant used to be here. Now it's not anymore. There was a building here. Yeah, there used to be a building here when I was young. But when the government came, they removed that building. Yeah, there used to be a big tree near that road, but the people who were building the road cut it down. Yeah, there used to be a big one there. There used to be. Now, compare, I used to do something. And I was doing. They're different. So it's past continuous tense. Remember, past continuous tense, I was doing, only tells me that activity that was in progress at that time. For example, Abdallah, you called me at 6 yesterday. Yeah. The time when you called me, I was teaching. I was cooking. So when I say I was teaching, it means that thing that I had started, but I had not finished. That means there is something that I was in the middle. There is something that I was where? That I was in the middle. I had begun it, of course, but I had not finished. Yes. But when you say I used to do it, these are things that happened those days in the past, but of course not nowadays. And when I say I used to do it, these are things that happen regularly, many times in the past, but these things don't happen nowadays. But I was doing is only one action that was in the middle. When I was coming to town, I saw Idil crossing the road like this. Oh yeah, I was going to the market. So when you say I was going to the market, it means you had started going, but you had not reached. You were in the middle of going. What I used to do is things that happened those days. Yeah, but not nowadays. Yeah. So that is the difference between I used to do and I was doing. Like, for example, I used to watch TV a lot, meaning I watched TV often in the past, but I don't do this anymore, isn't it? I used to watch. But when you say I was watching TV when drop called, meaning you're in the middle. I was in the middle of watching TV. Yes. So if someone asks you, what were you doing yesterday in the evening when I called you? Don't say I used to watch. Say I was watching TV. But if I asked you, for example, when you lived in Tanzania, tell me, what did you used to do there? You say, I used to sell mangoes. I used to travel to Dar es Salaam. I used to live with friends from Congo. I used to move to Congo. I used to do I used to buy, I used to do this, I used to do that. I used to do that. Yeah. Things you did those days, but of course you don't do them nowadays. And then number F is telling us something. F says, do not confuse. Do not confuse I used to do and I am used to doing. Those are Mahr Masharik. These two things are different completely. I know we understand I used to do something. For example, I used to live in Arkesa. I used to live in Obio, meaning nowadays you don't live there. I used to eat fish, meaning nowadays you don't stop, meaning you don't eat fish. I used to swim in the sea, meaning nowadays you stopped. I used to have a phone, meaning nowadays you don't have a phone. Yes, but when you say I am, you see when this one is present continuous. I am, he is, we are, okay? So it is the verb to be with the plus the word used to doing. For example, when I say I am used to doing something, it means you do it even up to now and you have no problem at all. For example, who is that? Adil, what time do you wake up? Adil says, I always wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock. Don't you get tired? And Adil says, no. I am actually used to waking up early in the morning. Meaning, she's comfortable with that. She has adjusted. Okay, she has actually adapted. Why? She has adapted that situation. In fact, it's not a problem to her anyway. Sagal cooks for how many people in the house? 40. Huh? You have 40 family members? Yes, 40. And who cooks? I'm the one who cooks. For all the 40 people? Yeah, imagine. How do you manage? Isn't that a lot of work? And Sagal says, no. Imagine I'm used to doing that. Yes, I am used to doing that. Mohammed, I can see nowadays you are very thin. Say yes. Mohammed says, I run every day like 50 kilometers. Mohammed, every day, 50 kilometers. Mohammed says, yeah, 50. From 6 o'clock in the morning up to 7:30, I finish. Really? Hey, that's a lot of work. How do you cope with that situation? And Mohammed says, no, it's very easy. I am used to running every morning. Yeah, I'm used to running every morning. Yeah. So when someone says I'm used to doing something, it means that this person does this thing so well, like without any worry, without any burden, without any problem at all. Yeah, he or she has actually adapted to that situation. So we'll do all of this. We'll do this topic I'm used to doing when we reach 61. That's unit 61. Yes. So the structure and meanings are different, like you had. For example, I used to live alone. When you say I used to live alone, it means those days but not now. You see, I lived alone in the past, but I no longer live alone, isn't it? I used to live alone, meaning those days but not now. But when you say I am used to living alone, I am used to living alone. It means I live alone and it's not a problem for me because I have lived alone for some time now. So when you find someone like Abdallah, okay, you know, Abdallah maybe stays alone in another place far away from Nairobi, 50 kilometers away from Nairobi. In fact, there are no Somalis there. People from other countries stay there. He's the only one in that area. And Muhammad asks him, you mean you live there alone? You have nobody who knows you and you're alone here? How do you manage here alone? And Abdullah says, hey, it's okay. This place is good. In fact, I think I like staying alone in this area. And actually I'm used to staying alone. Yeah. I'm used to staying alone. Yeah. So the problem for me now. I'm okay with it. I've adapted. Yeah. So that is the idea. That's the idea. Question. Now, 18.1, complete the sentences with used to plus a suitable verb. Suitable means you're going to look in your house. It's not given here. Look for a good one. Yes. Nicola used to travel a lot, but she doesn't go away much these days. Sophie, a motorbike, but last year she sold it and bought a car. So you say Sophie used to what? Used to
Have.
Yeah, used to have a motorbike. But last year she sold it and bought a car. Mohammed. Number 4, Sagal. Number 5, Abdiaziz, Abdallah.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our friends.
Our friends moved to Spain a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They used to live in Paris.
Oh, they used to live in Paris. Okay. 4. Sagal.
Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie used to. No. Yeah, Jackie used to have. But we are not friends anymore.
Read to the end fast.
Can I say Jackie used to have?
No, read
My best friend.
No, read to the end fast. Read. Say Jackie, boop, 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 my best friend.
Okay, Jackie.
But we aren't friends.
My best friend.
Mm-hmm.
But we are not friends anymore. Okay, Jackie used to be my friend, my best friend.
Yes. But we aren't friends anymore, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe because of fitna like that. Now she's not your best friend now. 5. Abdallah. 5.
I really eat ice cream now.
I rarely
eat ice cream now, but I used to eat it.
But I eat when I was a child, huh? But
I eat when I was a child.
But I
ate.
Remember to use this one, used to plus a suitable verb. But I used to
eat when I was a child.
Yes, but I used to eat. I used to eat when I was a child. Yes, Amina.
Yes, teacher. And 6. It only takes me about 40 minutes to get to work. Now that the new road is open.
So it took you 40 minutes.
It used. So didn't get it.
It says
It only takes me about 40 minutes
it
to
only takes me
to
about
work
40
now.
minutes to get to work now, isn't it? Because the new road is open.
Yeah.
It more than an hour.
It takes no.
Nowadays it is 40 minutes only. From Isli to town, 40 minutes now. Because the new road is open.
Oh, it is used to take.
Yeah, it used
to take.
It used to take me. It used to take me more than an hour, isn't it?
Okay, yeah.
So those days when the road was bad, it took you more than 1 hour, isn't it? But nowadays it's 40 minutes. So it used to take more than an hour, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It'll
Yes, teacher.
yes. Number 7.
Which one?
Number 7. Yeah.
They used to be a hotel near the airport.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. But
Yes, teacher, are you hearing me?
yes, can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you. But you have not finished. But
Hello?
hello. I can hear you very well.
Yes.
You have not finished. You have not finished.
Show me again.
Yes. They are used.
Yeah, I can't see.
Now it's coming. It's coming. Now it's there.
There used to be a hotel. There used to be a hotel near the airport.
Yes. Continue. You have not finished the sentence. But it closed a long time ago. Yes. Good to finish the sentence. Good. Anybody who is happy today? Number 8.
I have worked. No, I used to work in a factory. It wasn't my.
I used to.
Okay, good. Okay, it's okay, yeah. So I used to work in a factory, isn't it? I used to work in a factory. It wasn't my favorite job. So why can't you try this? Try this 18.2. Your homework. In fact, the answers are here. Read the sentences, choose from the box. The box is here, did it? So Lisa used to have a very long hair when she was a child. So used to have it. Okay.